Good morning, my dear students, and Namaskar parents. How are you all? Welcome to your grammar class. Today we are going to start with our first chapter. As you all know that there are 8 parts of speech. What are these 8? Noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction and interjection. But have you ever wondered that the millions of words that we use in our day-to-day life, they can be categorized under these 8 parts of speech? Yes, it is true that all the words in English language can be categorized under these 8 parts of speech. So let us begin with the first, that is noun. As you all know, all the naming words are noun. So let us begin our chapter.
So in other words, we can say that a noun is the name of a person, animal, place, thing, feeling or an idea. For example, boy, girl, Rajesh, army, knowledge, etc. Let us see how can we classify noun. Noun can be classified as common noun, proper noun, collective noun, material noun, abstract noun, countable and uncountable noun. Now, what is a common noun? Yes, as the name suggests, a noun that gives a common name to persons, places, animals or things of same kind is known as common noun. Example, boy, girl, city, mountain, dog, etc. So, when we give a common name to one kind of things, we call them common noun. Our second classification is proper noun. What is a proper noun? Yes, a proper noun is a name of a particular person, place, animal or thing. And you all know that a proper noun always begins with the capital letter, right? So let us see some more examples of common and proper noun. If I am saying a boy, boy is a common noun. But if I say Akash, it means I am referring to one particular boy whose name is Akash. In the same manner, if I am saying city, I may refer to any of the city. But if I say Mumbai, it means I am referring to one particular city, that is Mumbai. That is why it is a proper noun. Same thing is with country. Country is a common noun and India is a proper noun. Company, common noun. Google, because it is the name of a company, so it is a proper noun. Dog is a common noun. Max is the name of the dog, that's why it is a proper noun. Coffee, common noun. Nescafe, proper noun. Day, common noun. Monday, proper noun. Month, common noun. And March, proper noun. I think now the difference between common and proper noun is clear. Our next category is collective noun. Collective means something like collection. So we can define it as a collective noun is a name given to a group of persons, animals, places, or things. Example, a flock of birds, a fleet of ships, a nursery of plants. Let us see some more example. If we have to give a common name to a group of players collectively, which noun we will use? We will use a collective noun, team. Group of students refers to class. Group of criminals is known as gang. Group of soldiers, army. Group of wolves, pack. Group of bees, swarm. Group of keys, bunch. And group of flowers is known as bouquet. Collective noun is clear. Our next category of noun is material noun. It is the name given to any material used to make things. Material noun can never be used as plural. Have you ever heard irons, golds, or silvers? No, because they are always used in singular form. Example, plastic, wood, gold, silver, iron. So all the material are classified as material noun. Our next classification is abstract noun. What is an abstract noun? Yes, an abstract noun is the name of some state, quality, feeling, or an idea. Yes, we can only feel or think of the abstract noun. We cannot touch, see, or hear them. Let us see some examples. Let us discuss some examples of abstract noun. If we talk about state, childhood, friendship, examples of quality, beauty, honesty, bravery, examples of feeling, sadness, cheerfulness, anger, and examples of idea, freedom, justice, and dream. Next question here arises is, how can we form abstract noun? We can form abstract noun from adjectives, common nouns, and verbs. Let us discuss some examples where we change an adjective into an abstract noun. First one is patient. If we have to change this adjective into an abstract noun, it will become patience. Healthy will become health. Free, freedom. Long, length. Kind, kindness. Ill, illness. Strong becomes strength, and humble becomes humility. Let us see how verbs can be changed into abstract noun. Grow is a verb, and if we have to change it into abstract noun, it will become growth. Obey will become obedience. Advise will become advice. See the difference in the spelling of advice. ADVISE is a verb and ADVICE is an abstract noun. Behave becomes behavior. Think becomes thought. Laugh becomes laughter. Lose becomes loss. And know becomes knowledge. Now let us see how common nouns can be transformed into abstract nouns. Child is a common noun, and if we add a suffix hood with child, it will become childhood, which is an abstract noun. Friend becomes friendship. Mother becomes motherhood. Member becomes membership. Hero becomes heroism. Infant becomes infancy. Leader becomes leadership. And thief becomes theft. So we can transform, or you can say we can form abstract nouns from adjectives, verbs, and common nouns. Now our next category of noun is countable noun. What are countable nouns? Countable nouns are the nouns which can be counted. How? For example, if I am saying a flower, we can count flower. We can say 2 flowers, 5 flowers, 10 flowers. We can count pen. Pen, 1 pen, 10 pens, 15 pens. So, we can count flower, we can count pen, we can count desk, we can count boy, we can count girl. So, all these words are the countable nouns. Further, countable noun can be classified as singular noun or plural noun. Singular if we talk about one person, place, animal or thing, it will be a singular noun. But if we talk about plural noun, it means we are referring to more than one person, animal, place or thing. Example, if I am saying flower, flower is a singular noun. If I am saying flowers, it means I am talking about more than one flower. So flowers is a plural noun. If I am saying boy, boy is a singular noun. Boys, plural noun. So I think countable noun is clear now. Our next category is uncountable noun. What are uncountable nouns? Uncountable nouns are the nouns which cannot be counted. We cannot count them. Example, milk, water, coffee, sugar, salt. So all these are uncountable nouns because we cannot count these nouns. Let us see some common difference between countable and uncountable noun. First of all, let us see some examples. Example of countable noun is book, pen, building, elephant. An example of uncountable noun is water, coffee, air, salt. In countable nouns, we can change countable nouns into plurals and we use a and an before the countable nouns, whereas we cannot use a and an with uncountable nouns and we cannot change them into plural form. The countable noun answers the question how many and uncountable noun answers the question how much. It means we can count the countable nouns but we can measure the uncountable nouns. We cannot count uncountable nouns but we can measure them. If we talk about countable nouns, a few is used before them and a little is used with uncountable nouns. Many is used with countable noun and much is used with uncountable noun. But we can use some with both countable and uncountable noun. I think now the countable and uncountable nouns are clear to you. Let's come to our next category, that is noun, gender. Nouns can be classified under 4 genders. First is
masculine,
the nouns that belongs to male names are known as
masculine,
example boy, tiger, men, etc. Next one is
feminine,
nouns that belong to female names are known as
feminine,
example woman, hen, girl, tigress, etc. Third category is common noun. If I am saying child, child can be boy or a girl. So, nouns that belong to either or both genders are known as common noun. Example, child, doctor, teacher, student, etc. And next one is neuter gender. Nouns that do not have a gender are known as neuter nouns. Example, tree, bus, pen, etc.
I hope the nouns are clear to you now. I'll catch you up in the next video. Till then, do your work carefully. Till then, bye, take care, stay home, stay safe.